Hey everyone, I'm Tamara Krinsky with the Red Carpet Report, and I am standing here under the stars, or at least it feels like I am here at the Governor's Ball preview. The Governor's Ball is the massive party thrown by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences right after the Oscars ceremony. And we are here today to get a behind-the-scenes look at just how it's put together. We're going to taste some food, we're going to drink some cocktails, and find out all about the inspiration for this year's natural theme.
I went in yesterday to do severe red, and I ended up with this because I chickened out.
That's so funny. As you were actually standing up there giving your speech, I was thinking, I need to tell her what an awesome haircut she has. I tried to go short, and it didn't work on me. But you have the
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, if you at this stage, you got to cut it a little bit shorter to keep it a little bit more thick. But I did go in for deep red yesterday. I ended up with this. This is all I could do.
No, I like this. This works. Because if you go too deep red, this works.
I'm a crazy girl. I do crazy things. So ask me what year, and I'll tell you what color.
I might have to do that. Well, you've got to be a crazy girl to be able to throw an amazing party like this.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about this year's theme. What are we looking at behind us? The hanging garden?
You know, these are vertical gardens that we're building, and they're actually living art. And if I was going to describe two words that describes this entire ball, it would be living art. You know, and you can smell the florals, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Sequoia Productions likes to hit every sense. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you can smell this event, you can taste it with Wolfgang Puck's incredible food.
I just had the truffle butternut squash. I don't know if it's a tortellini or ravioli. I'm kind of swooning.
Ridiculous,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
All bets are off. I don't care you don't eat butter. I don't care you don't eat this. You're going to go for it. At this ball, all bets are off. His food is spectacular. Matt Benzavenga, as I said earlier, is really the wind beneath everybody's wings. And then you've got the Champagne Thiénot champagne, the Sterling wines, Diageo spirits. Did you try a penicillin cocktail?
I did not try penicillin, but I did try the Cîroc cocktail.
The Cîroc cocktail. And then they've got phenomenal Bailey's cocktails. And then they've got, oh my God, it just goes on and on. So then you've got this great atmosphere, which is really romantic, right? Really lush garden, fabulous, Versailles, so sexy, everything, the lounge furniture, those great tables with the florals, fabulous. So you've got that. You've got Wolfgang Puck. You've got these incredible beverages that are flowing, champagne as you arrive, right? The smells. Then you have John Legend.
Legendary.
Legendary legend. I always thought to myself, did he change his name to sound so smart? Or is that really his name? That's a good piece of trivia. I actually don't know the answer. But that in itself, I always say when you come to the ball, everyone's a winner because of how we want everyone to feel. But this time, everyone's a winner and everyone's going to fall in love.
I think so too. How could you not fall? I mean, you're the stars under the stars. How did you find your way to the Hanging Gardens? What was that inspiration point?
Well, my ball chair, Jeffrey Curlin, talented, fabulous, eccentric, wonderful, delicious ball chair. He wanted a Starfield ceiling. So then we thought, okay, what makes sense? What can make that special? Because you've seen Starfield ceilings before. Well, it was the gardens. It was the vertical walls. It was the inspiration of Patrick Blanc. He says, bring nature to the city, and we're saying, bring the park and nature to the ball.
Yeah, and we've seen that actually reflected in the food. I was talking about that with the pastry chefs, have so many of their creations this year are
those pastry chefs, I don't know if you want to do. If you want to enjoy their food, if you want to take all three of them home with you, because they're extraordinarily talented.
Well, Wolfgang told me that there are over 200 chefs for the day, and I mentioned he could bring them to my kitchen, but he invited me to his instead.
Oh, that's good. That's just the chefs, and they're all fabulous in every way. Then there's another 150 culinary staff. Yeah. Then there's another 500 staff on the floor. Then there's the entertainers. Then there's the valet. Then there's the security. We've got 1,500 staff to make it work.
1,500 staff for 1,500 guests.
One for one, seriously, right?
Yeah.
And all I really care about is that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences really feel, the governors really feel that they can host their guests. The guests here, people say, oh, who are you looking forward to meet? I'm not going to meet anybody. The Academy is. I'm going to make sure that everything's there for the Academy and the governors to meet.
And then when this is all over, how do you relax? Because you have a long day.
At 12 midnight, my staff and I sit down for dinner. All dressed to the T. The Sequoia staff is spectacular. We love them to death. I'm Canadian, and I always say the Canadians are the nicest people on this earth. But I'm very happy what Los Angeles has provided for me and my endeavors. But we have a great staff who really cares about everybody a lot. And working with the Academy has been an incredible union for 25 years, you know.
And over those 25 years, what for you have been some of the highlight moments or one of the biggest surprises that's ever happened during the ball?
Well, do you want me to tell you a funny story?
I would love that.
A funny story was the year that we first moved here, and the Academy didn't want me to cover up the room. There was these orange curtains. I thought, oh my God, the only thing I can think of is fish. And I built these tanks above the tables. The legs actually were individually suspended. There was cutouts in the tables, went right down to the floor. And we had these fabulous lucite tanks, and we tested the fish 100 times over. There was every type of fish. Well, 20 minutes before the ball, the koi jumped. Oh no, this is a word of lie. I was standing on on a chair with my gown, and Rick Robinson came in and said, "What are you doing, Cheryl?" I said, "Oh, I'm just checking out the room. Everything's fine." The fish are jumping. I said, the fish are jumping. We had to remove all the koi out of the tanks, 20 minutes out. I had fish wranglers. The koi didn't make it to the ball. They were in the production office for the entire ball. Who knew? We tested them so many times, right? So I will not forget that year. The year the koi jumped.
Well, we wish you every success this year, and thanks so much for giving us the scoop.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. And you look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I heard there was an aubergine theme, so I went with the purple.
You did a good job.
Thanks so
All right.
much.
Take care.
Nice to talk. Hey, everyone. I'm Tamara Krinsky with the Red Carpet Report. Thanks so much for joining us for this preview of the Governor's Ball. This room is absolutely gorgeous. I'm standing here under the stars with hanging gardens in back of me, surrounded by incredible cocktails, delicious food, and a heck of a lot of chocolate. So if you want to do your own Oscars party, I think you've gotten some good tips. We hope you have a wonderful Oscars night.